Friday, 10th July 2026. You welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe this morning, where we serve you the very best of breakfast on TV, giving you the very latest updates you need to know to get your day kick started and even as you get into the weekend. Welcome to the special Friday edition this morning. From now to 8:30 a.m. we will be here to give you, serve you hot, creamy, spicy, whichever way you like it. We're going to give it to you here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. And today is a special day. In fact, today and tomorrow we are cleaning our environment, we are cleaning our cities, we are cleaning our homes, our workplaces. Everywhere you find yourself, you will sweep. I saw a number of people sweeping on my way here to work, and you guys have started a very good job. Let's just keep it up and then make sure that we, in our own small ways, help curb the floods. And it's funny how the weather is also promising some rains amidst our cleanup efforts today. But yeah, let's see what the day brings this morning. Let's take a look at our weather for today. And so yeah, that's what you see on your screens there. So the 2-day National General Cleaning Exercise in flood affected regions, and this spanning about 7 regions in the country. So from today and then tomorrow we are cleaning. So if you find yourself at work like me, in fact here at Weezo, after the show we are all going out there to also clean, and tomorrow we'll do that in our neighborhoods and wherever we find ourselves to. Let's take a look at the weather for this morning. And what is the weather saying? It's quite cloudy outside though, and so 25 degrees Celsius, possible rains today, and the likelihood is quite high. So we have a 50% chance of rains. If you're yet to leave home, kindly take your umbrella, your raincoat, or anything you use to shield yourself when it's raining. Kindly make it handy when you are leaving home today. And so the rains are coming today, 25 degrees Celsius, and that is going to stay for a while. The rains, the likelihood of rains up to like 5 p.m. we should, and towards the 5 about here we should experience some rains here in the capital city. And so that is it for by way of weather. It's very, very cloudy outside, so stay safe as you step out. If you don't have anything doing in town, just be at home, clean. After that, just freshen up, get your watchy or something, and just enjoy WoezorTV this morning. So yeah, let's look at our motivation for the morning too, and this is coming from Confucius. Okay, he says that it does not matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. And so what is this one telling us? That progress is progress. Sometimes in our lives we see people, sometimes your schoolmates, you see they are doing well, people are going back to school, people are getting married, people are getting jobs, and it's like you keep putting in a lot of effort but it does not show anything. This morning I want to tell you that progress is so progress. See, do not compare your pace to someone else's pace, and then just step forward. Like every step forward counts. Every attempt you make at being better at yourself counts. It's a matter of consistency and persistence. It's not about how fast or how slow you go. And so do not stop. Even if you are going at a snail's pace, even the snail knows that one day it's going to get to its destination. How much more you? And so this morning I want to tell you that it does not matter how slow you go, as long as you do not stop. Be rest assured that you are going to see the realization of everything you have been working for. It is not about the rushing. It is not about how fast or who got there first or who got there last. Just keep up with your pace. Do whatever you have to do. Show up regardless. Show up even when the results are not proving that it's going to go well. Show up. Whether you are afraid, whether you are in the mood, you're not in the mood, just show up. Because in that persistence and in that consistency, you are going to achieve whatever you want to. And so this is by way of motivation this morning. Take this challenge on and just motivate yourself. Just when you feel like throwing your hands up in despair, remember this code from this morning's WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Let's take a quick breather. When we come back, I introduce my co-chef for the day.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
You're welcome back to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, a special Friday edition. Today, we are cleaning the wall. If you know your core blushy, no jipo, no. Thank you very much. Let me introduce my co-chef for the day. Today he says it's a bad hair day, and he's wearing jersey. I don't know where he wants to show us that he's a patriotic citizen. Illinois but Adams Karim. Good morning.
Morning. Well, how do you respond to that one? You're joke by
me, your joke by
me. You're joke by I'm on fire.
Did you bring broom?
Oh yes. I brought broom. I brought scrubbing brush. I brought cutlass. I bought streamer, I brought pressure washer. Okay. Chai.
Oh, for that building to
no be small cleaning they can't do today. Wallahi.
I told like deep cleaning. But how has your night been? How's your night?
I mean, of course, it was a short night. Always short. But at least it's short with deep sleep. You know, I'm a deep sleeper. Right. Yeah. So irrespective of how short my night might be, at least I try to gain in, you know, in quality sleep. So it was a short night. I was looking forward to today to see what would happen. Looks like there's some traffic in town this morning, and which is very surprising because I was thinking that, you know, a lot of people would, you know, stay back home and clean their homes. And then I remember that, no, this is actually targeted at, you know, offices, corporate institutions, ministries, and all of that. And so it looks like everybody's out there today trying to do their bit. On my way, I saw a number of people already, you know, sweeping some parts of the streets, you know, around the Belling Bay area, and that was like quite refreshing that people are taking that step to do the cleaning. We're hoping that at the end of the day we have a very successful cleanup exercise. But what we must also understand is that I mean, this is just to clean up after the trash that the flood, you know, brought out of wherever it is. This is not necessarily a mitigation measure against flooding. So the actual work that has got to be done to mitigate or to prevent the flood from happening again, or to prevent us from getting the magnitude of destruction that these particular you know, floods came with, would not happen again. And so as much as we are out there today, we are doing the cleaning and all of that, we must also keep pushing that the actual flood mitigation measures be taken. That is the dredging, the distilting, that is the demolitions and all of that, and also strict enforcement of our laws. You see, We say it every now and then that we're a country that has very fine laws, very beautiful laws. Right. However, when it comes to implementation, it becomes a challenge because there are people who are sitting in offices, there are people who are not doing the work that they are supposed to do. There are people who are much more concerned about their family ties and their ethnic ties and their religious ties and their old school ties. And so you get it. So we don't do the right thing, and we always find a way to meander around the law just to favor a certain class of people, a certain group of people, or certain individuals. I think that going forward as a people, we must be intentional really about the implementation of our laws and about seeking accountability. And like I said, all these over 10,000 houses that we claim to be sitting in waterways that have been identified and have been earmarked for demolition. We must start asking questions even before we get to the point of demolition. Questions like, where did you buy the land from? Who did you buy the land from? When did you buy the land? And after purchasing the land, who gave you permits to build? I hope you're getting my point. Then we can go after these people. Away from that as well, we must also question the individuals from the Ghana Water Company and the Electricity Company of Ghana, or VRA, or NEDCO, whichever, depending on which part of the country that we find ourselves in, who drew electricity, cables, and water pipes from wherever to these communities. We must identify them and start asking questions. Because clearly, if we have a plan of the city, then we know that this area is a no-go area.
Very true.
Nobody should be building there. Nobody should be living there. So how did electricity and water get to these places? The interesting bit is that in these same places, you even have to some point tarred roads. In some of these neighborhoods or in some of these communities that we should not be building in.
Interesting.
So Ministry of Roads and Urban Roads and feeder roads and highways, how did we get, these amenities to these places? Hospitals are there, schools are there. So clearly it's something that we have collectively sat down and supervised over the years. And so cleanup exercise of this nature, yes, it would help us to remember that we have a role to play as individuals to clean our country. But then also we should even be ashamed of ourselves as a people that we must wait for His Excellency the President to announce that we should do cleanup before we do cleanup. I hope you're getting my point. So we have a collective responsibility, and I'm hoping that this would not be the first and last of it, that we would continue. You remember when His Excellency the President was president during his first time, every Saturday, first Saturday of the month, was a national, cleanup day, sanitation day, and we participated. Shops will close down, businesses will close down, senior high school, families, everybody comes out, clean, weeds around their surrounding, picks all of the trash and all of that. And it was nice and it was beautiful. It was something we did as a nation. Let's see a lot more of that. But beyond seeing a lot more of that, institutions must work. People pay taxes for a reason. They pay taxes because they expect that those taxes would be used to do these things, and not we asking them to come out of their homes to come and clean. But you see, this one is a special case because of the flooding. And so we are saying that, hey, everybody come and contribute to your quota. You come out and pick around your house, clean around your house, the silt gutters, within your vicinity and all of that. Let's get the country looking clean and beautiful again. Don't forget that December is almost around the clock. And from September downwards, our brothers and sisters from the NA countries will start coming down. You understand? With dollar and pound sterling. You need to beautify our country so that when they come, they will see some progress, in the country. And so for me, it's a good call. I will participate fully, and I expect that we get more people to participate as well. I'm sure those are footages from some of our senior high schools that we are seeing. Okay, so it's good that we're seeing this happen, and kudos to all those who are participating. We'll join you very soon in the streets. We'll clean with you. Would get the country to look beautiful again. But like I mentioned, beyond the cleanup exercise, we want to see actual steps being taken to mitigate and to prevent floods. Don't pamper anybody and don't forgive anybody. If the house is not where it's supposed to be, I beg, move on. If the store is not where it's supposed to be, I beg, move on. Even if na school, move on. And we hope and pray that after that is done, we won't end up selling those lands again to ourselves, because we know each other. And we know the things we can do in this country. If somebody can will a Sakumono Ramsar site land to his nephew forever and ever, and will land in Achimota forest that has not even been cleared yet to a family member forever and ever, you can imagine what that group of people they can do.
Very true.
We don't want to hear anything.
Why?
Yeah, we want to clean the country.
Well,
and fix it.
Fixing the country, clearing the country, fair cool. But again, as I was coming on my way, some people were cleaning, and others were just as if nothing was going on.
They'll clean tomorrow. They'll clean tomorrow.
And so they are selling.
Charlie, you know, there's a thing with our country. You're swording.
Like.
Yeah, you're swording.
You know, this morning my mom left home quite early. She left earlier than I did.
Okay.
She said the markets, they have sent word that you have to come and clean.
Yeah.
So if you don't come and then participate in the cleaning, you have something to say with the market's leaders.
That's all.
And so I'm asking, those of you who sell by the street, they don't have leaders.
Oh, they are free range.
Hey.
Have you ever seen free range cattle moving with a Fulani before? Free range, they are moving on their own. Those in the city.
No, but it's bad. It's bad that we are all cleaning, we are all working towards making the city a better place. And people are sweeping and they don't care, they are just there. Nobody
cares. You know, sometimes it's also the partisan underpinnings, because somebody feels like Charlie, me party in. But to some extent too, you see, now there are also some sort of socio-economic issues that you can also look at.
Okay.
Because born a hand to mouth.
No, but there'll still be time. It's not like we're using the whole day.
Born a hand to mouth. Hand to mouth, you know, it be our client, you know. Our clients that they get at a certain time. For instance, if I sell both fruit, the Humachimbo fruit one. I know that the only my window is very short.
True.
So maybe like 5:30 to about 8 or 10 o'clock a.m. in the morning, because that's when people are seated in the trotros and they're looking for breakfast and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't expect that I won't make some sales because I need to eat. No coffee.
True.
You understand? So sometimes you can understand some of these people, because if they don't sell in that day in the morning, and they can't eat, you understand? True. On that day and perhaps even during the weekend, someone sells Hausa cocoa. Those people will actually encourage them to come and sell, because we need to drink the Hausa cocoa and get energy to clean.
Yeah, what about
somebody sells wache?
The wache is not here, she has to come.
So you see, we must understand it's an ecosystem, and we need each other to survive and to be able to achieve to some extent. So there are some of these people that we may have to understand and consider.
Right.
What I say, obi oton white, obi oton Hausa cocoa, obi oton dokuna humachin dokuna. Those people, they even me, I'll say that they should come out and come and sell, because we need the food.
True.
You understand? So as for that one, we might be able to consider.
Right.
But if you are selling hardware stuff, proper store, Charlie, relax. Your client will always come back. But as for food, it's a necessity. Food, water, medicine, those ones. Let's. I think that we should. You know, I won't blame hawkers, you know, for choosing to sell. But I would have issues with people who run bigger, you know, entities, more structured entities who refuse to participate in this exercise. Then it would be quite unfortunate that they do that. But for someone who's, you know, on his hand to mouth there, let's consider them to some extent.
Right.
But let's just keep educating them on proper waste disposal and all of that. Now, we shouldn't be, you know, as a country, be having these challenges and even discussing issues of sanitation up until today.
Yeah.
We should put the necessary systems in place. That's all we need to do, put the necessary systems in place. A lot of countries today have moved beyond going to pick waste and taking them to landfills. Everybody's looking at recycling. And countries are recycling all kinds of waste for all kinds of things. There are countries today that are recycling wastewater. So when you and I, we go and pee, or we go and take our bath, or we cook, or we brush our teeth, or even go to the loo, all of the wastewater that comes out of it, countries are recycling these things and reusing for other purposes. Why are we not doing same? Why can't we do same? Today, countries are recycling plastics for various purposes. Why are we not doing same? Today, countries are recycling or even upcycling fabrics. Why are we not doing same? Our organic waste countries are turning it into organic fertilizer, so they don't have to import all of these artificial fertilizers into the country or into the system. They're using organic fertilizer and they're growing foods, and people get to eat all of these things. Why are we not doing all of that? So we need to really invest in these spaces.
Very true.
That's all we need to do. We need to invest in these are critical spaces, and investments in those spaces would not only be keeping our country, our nation clean, but to a large extent would also be creating employment for people.
Yeah.
Because just imagine the number of people that would have to employ in these factories or at these recycling plants, and the volume of waste that they would get to recycle from time to time, because we create a lot of it. And if we're able to invest properly into recycling, we will just be doing amazing as a country.
Very.
Look, there are countries in this world that import waste into their country to recycle.
You don't say.
I'm telling you. And that alone is a business on its own. Yes, they're importing the waste to recycle, and they are recycling into various. In fact, now they are using waste to produce energy.
Oh yeah, that I know.
Right? Some are using waste to produce fuel, petrol to power cars, power engines. So, what is happening? Why are we not learning from these people? You see, it's unfortunate, and sometimes when we say it, people don't want us to say, but I keep saying that we're a country that does not welcome innovation. We don't welcome innovation, we don't welcome creativity, we don't welcome new things, and that's the problem we have in our country. So we have a lot of work to do, and I'm hoping that, going forward, a lot of the young people who have assumed certain roles in authority would be thinking innovation and not a recycling of the very old things that we are very known to. So, Charlie, is my hope and prayer that we do better as a country now.
Right. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back to continue the rest of the discussion in the show.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
The world's biggest football festival is here, and Ghana is watching together. This June, the Ghana TV Consortium brings you the FIFA World Cup 2026 live and free to air on GTV, Joy Prime, GTV Sports Plus, Adum TV, WoezorTV, Metro TV, UTV, Original TV, Garden City TV, Obono TV, GH1 TV, Ago TV, Onya TV, TV3, Max TV, and Sporty TV. 3 host countries, 48 teams, 1 unforgettable tournament. Follow every moment of the Ghana Black Stars journey, every rivalry, every goal, and every celebration. Enjoy crystal clear high-definition broadcast with expert local analysis and the passion only Ghanaian broadcasters can deliver. From the opening whistle to the crowning of champions, your football home is right here. the FIFA World Cup 2026. One nation, one consortium. Ghana TV Consortium, bringing you the best of the World Cup. Brought to you by Sportybet, Star Oil, MTN, Pepsodent, Kivo, Polytech, Lavance Tomato Mix, and Heaven Insecticide Spray.
Time now for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's settle in for the details of the story. President John Dramani Mahama has commissioned the new Ghana Medical Trust Fund Cardiac Catheterization Laboratory at the National Cardiothoracic Center of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, describing the Ghana Medical Trust Fund as a national initiative aimed at transforming specialized healthcare across the country. The president said the fund has evolved beyond financing treatment for non-communicable diseases to investing in healthcare infrastructure, specialist training, and modern medical equipment. He announced that government has allocated 2.3 billion Ghana cedis to support diagnostics, treatment, and the expansion of specialized services nationwide. President Mahama also reviewed plans to establish cardiology centers at the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, with similar facilities to follow at the Fiankwanta Hospital and the Whole Teaching Hospital, bringing specialist cardiovascular care closer to more Ghanaians.
Healthcare was beyond their financial reach. No responsible government can ignore this reality. And so it was precisely to address these challenges that we introduced two transformative initiatives. First, the Free Primary Healthcare Program and the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. The Free Primary Healthcare Program focuses on prevention, early diagnosis, and timely intervention at the community level. It seeks to ensure that diseases are detected before they become life-threatening, and that every Ghanaian has access to essential healthcare services regardless of their financial circumstances. The Ghana Medical Trust Fund complements this effort by providing financial support for specialized treatment while simultaneously investing in infrastructure, equipment, research, specialist capacity training required to deliver world-class healthcare. So together, these initiatives represent a new philosophy of healthcare delivery, one that places the patient at the center while strengthening the institutions that provide care. These two initiatives, together with the National Health Insurance Scheme, we believe are the answer to providing universal health coverage for our people. Our vision is clear. We must build a health.
Now, away from health, government has commissioned the first batch of 506 Feed Ghana brigadiers to support agricultural extension services across the country. The graduates will work with farmers, public institutions, and private agri-businesses as government rolls out the Feed Ghana program.
Agriculture has commissioned the first batch of 506 Feed Ghana Brigadiers to support the implementation of the government's flagship Feed Ghana program across the country. The newly trained graduates will be deployed to work alongside district agricultural extension officers, supporting farmers and improving agricultural productivity. The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, disclosed that demand for the services of the brigadiers has already begun, with private companies requesting personnel even before their official deployment.
The Feed Ghana Brigadiers will also provide agricultural advisory and technical support services to private agribusinesses. I'm also pleased to report that even before today's passing out ceremony, the ministry has begun receiving requests from agribusiness enterprises seeking the services of these brigadiers. The ministry will therefore continue to train additional brigadiers to meet this growing demand and make them available to any company, institution, or organization requiring their services.
National coordinator of the Feed Ghana program said the brigadiers underwent a unique training program that combined agricultural knowledge with leadership, ethics, communication, and physical fitness to prepare them for an effective service in farming communities.
I can confidently report that our young men and women have demonstrated the discipline, competence, and commitment required to complement and strengthen Ghana agriculture extension systems. They are now prepared to work alongside with our extension officers in the various departments of agriculture to support farmers and contribute to the successful implementation of the Feed Ghana program.
All 506 brigadiers will receive their monthly salaries promptly and be provided with motorbikes to facilitate their work. The Feed Ghana Brigade forms part of government's broader efforts to strengthen agricultural extension services, improve food production, and create employment opportunities for young agricultural professionals while supporting the country's drive towards food security. For WoezorTV, Ellen from.
Now, government has intensified efforts to curb the proliferation of illegal firearms with the destruction of more than 2,000 illicit and unregistered weapons. The exercise, held as part of the 8th National Arms Destruction Ceremony to mark the United Nations International Small Arms Destruction Day, forms part of post-amnesty measures aimed at promoting peace, public safety, and violence-free Ghana.
1,000 illicit and unregistered firearms have been destroyed as Ghana marks this year's United Nations International Small Arms Destruction Day. The exercise follows the successful gun amnesty program and forms part of the government's efforts to reduce gun violence and prevent illegal weapons from returning to communities. Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debras says the destruction exercise marks the end of the voluntary amnesty period and the beginning of stricter enforcement against unlawful possession of firearms.
There are over 2,000 firearms being destroyed today, comprise vehicles seized during law enforcement operations or confiscated by the law courts, firearms voluntarily surrendered during the gun amnesty program, and others surrendered outside the gun amnesty program. By permanently eliminating these vehicles, we are reducing the risk of diversion, misuse, and criminal exploitation. We are closing the door on the possibility that these weapons may return to harm innocent people.
Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, says government remains committed to strengthening national security through tougher measures against illicit arms.
Every gun destroyed is a victory for peace. Together, let us silence the guns, strengthen our unity, and build a peaceful, safe, and prosperous Ghana for present and future generations.
Executive Secretary of the National Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons, Dr. Adam Bonas, says Ghana has adopted internationally recognized methods to permanently destroy recovered firearms and protect the community.
For the first time, the Commission is adopting an internationally recognized destruction methodology that permanently disables firearms before they are recycled. This approach aligns Ghana with the global best practices in weapons and ammunition recycle management while promoting environmentally sustainable, responsible disposal and recycling weapons as we are destroying them today.
Authorities say the exercise forms part of a broader national strategy to curb illicit arms, strengthen public safety, and sustain Ghana's reputation as one of the region's most peaceful countries. For WoezorTV, Ellen Frumpong.
Now, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Govins Abuja, has wrapped up a two-day inspection tour of major road projects in the Eastern, Volta, and Oti regions, urging contractors to prioritize safety while maintaining quality and timely delivery. Belinda Kwanta reports.
The Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Govins Abuja, has wrapped up a two-day inspection tour of ongoing road projects across the Eastern, Volta, and Oti regions. Accompanied by Deputy Minister Alhassan Sueni, government officials and technical engineers from the various road agencies, the minister assessed the progress of work, engaged contractors and reviewed measures to ensure projects are delivered to the required standard. During an inspection of a project being executed by First Sky Limited, the minister stressed the need to put road users first by ensuring adequate safety measures are incorporated into every stage of construction.
The important point made is that we are dualizing road through communities now. Please, let's make sure all the safety measures we put in place so that we don't create a death trap for our communities along this route. If they have identified something, let us deal with it. The minister just mentioned something that some of the communities we go through and we put a jersey barrier, and the people in the community will have to go do a long detour to turn around. These issues about safety that have been mentioned, I think we should pay attention and deal with them now. And let's see whether the contingency and other things we have can address them before we go too far and then we finish. And we now need to come and introduce other safety measures which are costly or somebody's life is already lost. So let's pay attention to those things.
At another project being undertaken by Timeline and Innovations Company Limited, the minister commended the contractor's pace of work but urged the company to prioritize quality assurance, even as it works towards completing the project ahead of schedule.
I can see his appetite to get this done by September. Please, you may be the first contractor who will say that we know you want to finish early, but we'll allow you to up to the end of the year, not the September. You know, you hear us saying that we should finish quickly, but in your case, we beg you, finish by December, so you can have enough time to make sure that we don't miss anything in terms of the quality. This work will go in your name, and you've made yourself known to people.
The nationwide inspection formed part of government effort to monitor the progress of ongoing road projects, address challenges affecting delivery, and ensure value for money in road infrastructure development. Reporting from the Volta region for WoezorTV, Belinda Kwanza.
The Bank of Ghana has extended its financial literacy campaign to selected senior high schools in the Western region as part of efforts to build financially aware young people. Speaking during an engagement with students at the Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School, Godfrey Kujo of the bank's Financial Stability Department said the initiative is intended to equip students with financial knowledge at an early age and educate them on responsible banking practices.
Has been carrying out a lot of financial literacy activities. We've been doing market women. We have been on radio, on television. We've been on social media, educating the public on their rights and their responsibilities, what they need to know when it comes to products and services that are provided within the banking sector. Now, we've thought of having this also for our second cycle institutions. The idea is to catch them young. We want to imbibe the same knowledge with the kids. Once they go home, they'll be able to also explain some of the things to their parents, and they themselves will be able to make some sound financial decisions. So the bank, in its wisdom, decided that we should engage senior secondary schools students and then give them this kind of education, so that once they understand this, they will be very financial or independent. They will be able to also inform their parents when they also want to make financial decisions. We've had this, currently we are doing this in 2 regions. We've selected about 10 schools in the Western region, and Archbishop Potter Girls is one of the schools that we've selected, and we are doing
Noted that students were taken through a range of topics, including responsible borrowing, financial services, dormant accounts, and proper handling of the Ghana cedi.
Taking the kids through a lot of topics. We've looked at rights and responsibilities as a customer of our financial institutions. We've told them about how they keep their banking password, and when they have any complaints within our financial sector or any complaint against our regulated financial institutions, the rural banks, the savings and loans, microfinance, what processes they need to go through. And then also taking them through unclaimed balances, or what we call dormant account, what they need to do to ensure that the account do not go into dormancy.
Time now for some international news. A fire at a shoe factory in the southeastern Chinese city of Xinjiang has killed at least 28 people, according to the state's news agency. Dramatic footage posted by Hinhao showed huge plumes of black smoke rising from the building, as well as people who appear to be trapped on the roof. President Xi Jinping said the blaze has caused major casualties, adding that those responsible must be held strictly accountable. Xinjiang is in the province of Fujian, which is often referred to as China's shoe capital, as it reportedly manufactures 20% of the world's sports shoes. The blaze erupted at the Hyuntin factory around noon local time on Thursday. State broadcaster CCTV reports hundreds of rescue workers were rushed to the scene and more than 200 people were evacuated. Now this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV report. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Karen. Now Yukoti.
The world's biggest football festival is here, and Ghana is watching together. This June, the Ghana TV Consortium brings you the FIFA World Cup 2026 live and free to air on GTV, Joy Prime, GTV Sports Plus, Adum TV, WoezorTV, Metro TV, UTV, Original TV, Garden City TV, Obono TV, GH1 TV, Ago TV, Onya TV, TV3, Max TV, and Sporty TV. 3 host countries, 48 teams, 1 unforgettable tournament. Follow every moment of the Ghana Black Stars journey, every rivalry, every goal, and every celebration. Enjoy crystal clear high-definition broadcast with expert local analysis and the passion only Ghanaian broadcasters can deliver. From the opening whistle to the crowning of champions, your football home is right here. The FIFA World Cup 2026. One nation, one consortium. Ghana TV Consortium, bringing you the best of the World Cup. Brought to you by SportyBet, Star Oil, MTN, Pepsodent, Kivo, Polytech, Lavance Tomato Mix, and Heaven Insecticide Spray.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control.
He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake.
From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional?